All right, we should be live on YouTube. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, we are live on YouTube. How are you all doing today? This is going to be an out of sequence show, an out of the ordinary show. This is going to be a show that I must do. I have to do it. There is no better way to do this based on the circumstances, or I would do it differently. This is just the way it has to be done. Because that's the way some people want to handle things nowadays. They want to do it through live streams on YouTube. I would prefer to handle things the normal, regular, old school, traditional way by a phone call, right? Or meeting in person, right? But nowadays, you get on a phone call with people that you meet from YouTube, and they record that call, and then they blast it out on YouTube, right? AZ Prod, how you doing? Can you hear me okay, bro? Can you hear me tapping the furry ball? I want to make sure that the audio is good. Let me know if you can hear me tapping the furry ball. Give me the thumbs up. I expect there to be a decent turnout for this one until the rebroadcast happens, which I know will be happening. It's okay. We're gonna talk about some things here today. We're gonna be respectful, professional, and mature, but we're gonna get down to business. We're gonna handle something once and for all. And there's nothing wrong with doing it this way. This does not violate anything at all. Cynthia, can hear you well. Thank you, Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. Oh, I thought that was AZ Prod. Sorry, that was Cynthia. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I thought you were AZ Prod. My apologies, Cynthia. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the 14 people in the box. You're going to be here until you know who starts to rebroadcast this, right? That's fine. Keep on rebroadcasting, and we're going to keep on collecting evidence. Let's just put it that way, right? That's just the way it's going to go, right? That's just the way it's going to go, right? It's all good, Eli. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So we're going to get right to it because I have a lot to say. I'm going to take 3 laps today. I'm at Red Morton Park. I got to get out to Bear Island soon. We're going to get some rain later on in the week. I believe it's coming back on Wednesday, and it'll be off and on for like the next week. But I'm going to try to get to the Bear Island Trail and some of the other SF Bay Trail trails to give it a change of scenery, but that's weather pending and time pending. But yeah, let's just get right to it here. Episode number 653, I believe, is what it is. Or is it 663? It's 663. Sorry, it's episode number 663 of Walking with Purpose Live. And when people drive 50 miles an hour into 25, you got to watch it. And the topic today is Coach J, listen up. Here's why I think you've left YouTube. One more time, Coach J, listen up. Here's why I think you've left YouTube. First of all, I'm at a loss for words regarding this one man that has been trolling, harassing me, harassing my girlfriend, and has done some other things regarding my business over the last several years to try to mess with my livelihood. Simply because of the fact that he feels I shouldn't be a life coach, and he feels that I'm a danger to society. Sir, in my opinion, you're more of a danger to society than I will ever be. That's just my opinion. I say that respectfully. But again, you're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine. But that's as far as it goes. That's as far as it should go. But see, you just never stop. Over the last 4 to 5 years since you've known me, you've been trolling me and harassing me, and anyone else that I get in contact with or that I connect with, right? And over the last 2 to 3 years, you have done some illegal stuff to try to take out my business more than once. And I'm going to put that out here today because I want to, and I want to let the people know that have been emailing me and questioning me and wondering what's going on and wondering why I'm not able to talk. It's not that I'm not able to talk, okay? I just didn't want to talk about it for a while. Brutally Lawrence in the house. You know, Lauren, listen, anyone can call themselves a coach, whether they are a coach or not. I'm not going to stoop down to his level and call him a fake coach. If he wants to call himself a coach, he can call himself a coach. And this is not technically a drama stream. This is going to be a stream where I'm going to set the record straight with you, Coach Jay, here publicly, live on the air, because I don't feel comfortable talking with you offline. In the past, when you and your girlfriend were talking with my girlfriend on Facebook Messenger, you took those recorded messages and blasted them on YouTube. You're the kind of person that would take any call, record it, and put it on YouTube for content. I'm not going to give you that anymore. You are not a trusted person. You cannot be trusted and will not ever be trusted. I simply don't trust you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm just not trusting you. I don't trust you. Lauren, can you do me a favor? Can you go over on Rumble and let me know if I'm being rebroadcasted? I just want to put it on the record if I am, because I want to have it all on record. Sure, if I can find the channel. Well, you know who does the rebroadcasts over there. It's the woman that sued me. Right? I've been respectful. I haven't said anything about her. And anything I've said has always been respectful towards the case. But even she, 5 weeks before our court date in small claims court, and by the way, you're allowed to talk about small claims court even with the plaintiff or the defendant, and you can even talk about it publicly. There's no rule stating I can't do this or that I can't talk with the plaintiff, right? I just don't trust her, and I won't talk with her, right? So this is the way I want to handle it. I want to put the message out there this way. This is how I'm going to do it. I don't trust the plaintiff and the plaintiff's accomplice, Coach J. I'm sure you probably are, Eli. Probably, what, I forgot. I've said so much already. Probably are what? Just tired of keeping my mouth shut? Someone else is checking for me because I don't know her channel name, nor do I want it. Well, we got 20 people here, and it doesn't matter to me. All I care about is that Coach Shay hears this message. It's very important you hear this message, Coach Jay, because, again, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not afraid of you. It's just that I don't trust you. It's not that I don't feel comfortable talking with you. I don't trust you. You're a snake. And you're two-faced. That's the truth of the matter. That's my opinion. It should be more like a fact. It is what it is. People like her who are desperate for attention. I don't pay attention. Thank you, Cynthia. Being rebroadcasted. Okay. So the woman that is suing me, let me put it on the record. The woman that is suing me continues to rebroadcast me every day on Rumble, continues to defame me and harass me and my girlfriend. And so far, I have downloaded every single video. I'm putting that on the record right here, right now. And that's fine. Enjoy your rebroadcast and enjoy what Coach Jay has helped you accomplish, because there are going to be some things that I'm going to be discussing here. And I guess you could call this a negotiation. Let me make this very clear, because you, ma'am, and you, sir, like to spin things way out of context, right? I don't buy that, spinning out of context BS. And nothing that you folks say scare me or anything like that. I'm not threatening any one of you. This is a negotiation. This is something that I'm going to offer to Coach Jay. And you should probably pay attention to it too, because this will affect you. Either way, I don't see any difference in the outcome, but I'll tell you, this could get pretty bad. And I don't want it to. But that's the level that you folks have taken this to. That's the level that you've taken it to. And I'm talking about you, Coach Jay, because you're the one that started all of this. The woman that's suing me basically acted on your information, acted on something that you did to me 2.5 years ago on my main channel that used to be called A Grip on Life. Listen very carefully, Coach Jay. This is the real reason, everybody, why Coach Jay, he hasn't left YouTube. He's put his channel, Coach Jay, he's hidden it. He hid his channel. He'll be back at some point. He's not going to delete all that. But he hid his channel because that channel has lots of harassing postings towards myself and my girlfriend Dawn. There are also a lot of harassing videos where very nasty and vile things were said, not only by Coach Jay, but by the woman that's suing me, that Coach Jay put up to doing this whole thing regarding duplicating my business fraudulently in the first place. Give me a second here. They should be trying to negotiate or kiss your ass, especially after all the stuff we now know. Cynthia, do you know her channel on Rumble? Because I don't, nor do I want to know. Lauren, I will send you that information behind the scenes. I do not want to publicly put it out there. I do not want to bring any notoriety to her channel or anything that Coach J is doing. Also, Coach J, you shut down your Rumble channel. So you shut down your Rumble channel. You either got shut down or you shut it down. I think you shut it down. You put your YouTube channel on hidden because you know all those videos and community postings on your Coach J channel are detrimental to your friend's case. Your friend that's suing me based on doing the fraudulent stuff that you put her up to doing or made her aware of doing, because you did the same thing to me years ago. We're going to get to that. Listen very carefully, dude, because listen, I ain't playing. I'm not playing here. And you can talk all the trash you want. You can get triggered all you want. You can sit there and make videos on Rumble with your friend all you want. It doesn't matter. Because there's only going to be one thing that matters at the very end of this. And you're going to have to stick around to the very end to hear it. Let me wait for some people to pass on by. Let's see here. I don't know anything about Rumble, Lauren. Okay, so am I being rebroadcasted on YouTube, Cynthia? Is that what you were saying? You said I'm being rebroadcasted somewhere. Am I being rebroadcasted on YouTube? I mean, listen, I don't care at this point. I really don't care. I just want to get the information out and make people aware of the truth and give Coach J one shot at walking away from this scot-free. So again, Coach J, you hid your channel, Coach J, on YouTube because there's too much damning evidence on there that would instantly ruin the case of your supposed business partner, the woman that's suing me frivolously, right? But here's the thing, Coach J. I got all those videos downloaded, and I've got all those screenshots of your community wall. Every single time you posted about myself, my girlfriend Dawn, or anyone else, every video you've put out there regarding this situation and many others in the past, I got them all downloaded. You should know that. So you putting your channel to hidden, Coach J, is not going to save you in the case of if I bring that evidence with me to court. A whole community of people that she has talked shit about doesn't even know her channel. Wow, what an impact she made. I said you probably are. I was just answering you. Oh yeah, no problem, Cynthia. We're looking for concrete proof of a rebroadcast. No worries, but thank you. No worries. No, she's probably rebroadcasting me. The woman suing me is probably rebroadcasting me on a Rumble channel. That's fine. Let her do it. It just shows more of a lack of professionalism. And, I mean, look, it just shows how this whole thing was set up just to bully and harass me. And it just was taken way too far. Now, so there are the reasons why Coach J has hidden his channel on YouTube and he deleted his channel on Rumble. Apparently, he's on the road. I did catch some of that stream, Coach J, that you did a few hours ago with your supposed business partner that's frivolously suing me for what was it again? for illegally flagging her channel for impersonation or for fraudulently reporting her channel for impersonation. You know, this sounds like to me it's been all one big prank. The problem is that this is now an actual legal case that's been filed by the plaintiff. So, you know, when the judge sees my case and sees my evidence, and there's a lot more that no one's aware of. I'm going to share part of that here today, and then there's something I'm not going to share because I'm going to give Coach Eli an opportunity to spare himself a pretty big headache. I'm going to give you an opportunity, man, to, you know, avoid a big headache. And trust me, it'll be a big headache. So here's the thing. Oh, there's a dog in a crate in that truck. Okay. Anyway, dogs don't like to be in crates unless you're transporting them. When Dawn and I transported her dogs from Hollister to Redwood City, a 74-mile drive, and it was about an hour and a half drive with traffic, we didn't crate them. We probably should have. I don't know how I made it back. Those dogs were, especially the big one, was trying to be like the captain of the ship. He was trying to drive the car. But I ended up making it. So here's the thing, Coach J. You know, there have been some things that your business partner has subpoenaed regarding the upcoming case, right? She's even subpoenaed things regarding my taxes, and she thinks that I don't have those records. I do. And I will be bringing the relative records, you know, to court, because your business partner doesn't think I have a federal employer identification number, because you're not allowed to have duplicate FEIN, federal employer identification numbers. Well, here's the thing. The system, the IRS system, doesn't have a system that will automatically stop duplicates. You're just not allowed to do it. If you know somebody has that business name already, you're not allowed to duplicate the FEIN, the federal employer identification number. So, you know, apparently the plaintiff thinks I don't have that document. Well, I do have that document, and I will be gladly providing that to the judge. But I will be providing that to the judge under confidential purposes, meaning that you're not going to see my FEIN, and neither will the public. I will give the judge that information. I will give the judge my seller's permit number under confidential to show proof that I've had those documents regarding my business that I own, the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. Let me move off to the side here. Good grief, your taxes? Wow. Yeah, well, the thing is, my actual tax filings are irrelevant to the case. But to show proof that I've been running this business, all I have to do is show a federal employer identification number that I've had since 2013, and a seller's permit. I think I've had that since 2015 or something like that. I think it was 2012 when I got the FEIN, and then like 2013 or 2014 when I got the seller's permit. I've had them both for over 10 years. All right? But there's no need to provide my personal or my personal and business tax documents, because that's irrelevant to the case. How much money I make, which is what the plaintiff's trying to find out, how much money I make, so she can ridicule me on YouTube. And that's not going to happen. I will clearly explain that, right? But I will provide my, FEIN and my California seller's permit that I've had both documents for over 10 years. And the plaintiff themselves has stated to me that you're not allowed to have duplicate FEINs in the IRS system. You're right, ma'am. And I have you stating that in writing. So when I show my FEIN of over 10 years, and I show what you have in writing, come on. That's cool, right? But let's go further here. Let's go back to Coach J. Coach J, how you doing, man? How you doing? Have you had fun the last 5 years trolling me? Trolling me is one thing. Illegally messing with my business not once but twice is another. And now you have put me in a position. Give me a second here. I'm waiting for this one person to go. Some dude from Texas is pulling up very slowly out of the parking lot with a flag. And now you put me in a position that no one should be ever put in. Now, let me remind you, Coach J, what you did 2.5 years ago. Let me remind the audience publicly here, which I'm legally allowed to do. This is my life. This is what happened to me. I'm sharing my story, Coach J. You like to share your thoughts about me? It's okay. These dogs wanted to play with me. You want to share your thoughts on Rumble about me? That's fine. I'll share my thoughts here, but I'll do it more professionally and respectfully. And it's going to make a lot more sense than what you said. That's for damn sure. But yeah, about 2.5 years ago, my main channel, I had my channel name was A Grip on Life, right? And what did Coach J do? He wanted to mess with me, so he basically created a Grip on Life LLC channel, and then went in the state, and I guess got a business license, and also got an LLC called a Grip on Life LLC. And he was trying to mess with me, saying that I'm going to take your channel, I'm going to take your channel, right? What's happening right now is not the first time that Coach J has done this. And what Coach J doesn't know is that I have proof of him admitting to this, Coach J. Yeah, all of your videos are hidden and private, right? But remember, I've downloaded every video. I always download videos. If there's one thing you should know about me, Coach J, is that I download every video pertinent regarding me, because at some point down the road, I may need to use it as evidence. And this time, it's going to come in handy, Coach J. Your own words are gonna burn you, brother. That's all I got to say. Like, it is what it is, right? But yeah, so he basically was going to try to mess with my channel and you know, he was trying to say that I now own Eli's channel and he can't use that name anymore. The truth of the matter is, the way he did it was illegally. And he did it with malice intent, and he did it knowing that the name was already in use. But the bottom line is a grip on life is not part of my trademark. There's a stray cat over there. A grip on life is not something that can be trademarked. It's a general statement. I was just calling my channel that temporarily because I had planned on changing my channel name anyway, and I was going to change it to what it is now, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. I'm my own brand. And I did that for many reasons. Number one, it's my name. No one can copy my name. If you copy my name, you're messing with my intellectual property. That's a serious offense right there, right? That is serious impersonation right there, right? So he did that, right? The same thing right now that he coached this woman to do regarding my G&A business, he did that to me, right? But guess what? Here's where, keeping your mouth shut and not saying things might have protected you here, even though you were wrong. But you came out on a couple of streams. I have those streams where you admitted that you intentionally created the Grip on Life LLC to mess with me, and then you even offered to either sell it to me or even give it to me for free. You offered me that, right? I have video of your voice from your channel stating that, right? I have that video, right? So how is that video of you stating that, you admitting that you intentionally messed with my channel name to mess with me? So you messed with my business. How's that going to come in handy in this case? Because here's the thing, Coach Jay, and do what you got to do. I'll give you an opportunity to fix things. This is nothing more than a request to fix things. Okay? Okay? Don't come out here and say, oh, Eli's blackmailing me or Eli's doing it. No. You guys take things way out of context. This is a request. This is an offer. I'm making you an offer, sir, to walk away from this scot-free. Will you be able to contain your ego and your pride and accept my offer, or will we take the next step? Because here's what the next step is going to be, Coach Jay. I'm going to give you until Friday. To completely remove yourself from anything and everything related due to the fraudulently created G&A company that you and your partner have created. I'm going to give you until Friday to do that. This is the request, right? All this is the request. You can consider it like a settlement type of thing, right? Okay. If you do the right thing, remove yourself completely, and this thing goes away, then I will not subpoena you to come testify in court in 5 weeks. So here's the thing, Coach Jay. You've had your fun doing all of this, right? Well, you're involved. Whether you like it or not, you're involved. And you're involved more than you think you are. You're actually more involved than your female business partner. In this situation, you're the head of the snake. Okay? You're the one that told her to do this because you did this to me 2.5 years ago, and I have proof of your voice stating that months after it happened, right? Do you not think in a court of law the judge will hear that? And if I end up having to subpoena you, I'm going to ask you point blank. Did you coach this woman that's suing me here to do this, to mess with my business? to try to steal my business name fraudulently. And I'm going to ask you that, Coach Jay, under penalty of perjury. Now, here's the thing, Coach Jay. We all know the answer. We all know you're the one that put her up to it, right? But will you perjure yourself in a court of law to try to save your friend's face that should have never listened to you in the first place? So here's the thing, and I know you're on the road, and I know you're going to say, "Oh, try to find me to serve me." I'll find you, and I'll extend the court date if I have to. Well, let me tell you something, Coach Jay. My mother worked for the county of San Mateo as a divorce clerk in the county clerk's office for 25 years. She knows everybody in the entire county, even in the South San Francisco building where the hearing's at. She worked in Redwood City. She knows everybody, right? And even if she didn't, right? Even if she didn't, I could easily get this case date extended. And I have many reasons that I can do it if need be. So, if it comes to the point of, because I'm thinking of every single thing you're going to come up with to try to worm your way or weasel your way out of this. You're going to go on a panel, you're going to be triggered, like you always are, right? Well, this time, sir, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash. And, you know, I just made a $500,000 investment. Sir, quit lying to people, sir. I've got this silver play button, but I can't show the name because I don't have to show the name. Sure, sir. That's your cover-up for the reason why you hid your other channel. The real reason is because your channel has so much hate content and implicates both you and your partner, and it will affect this case, right? Lap number 2. Give me a second here. I'll be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? Let me tell you folks what Coach Jay has done to further help the fraud, the business identity fraud of my business. So he created a website for this woman under my same business name, but they said now they've incorporated the GNA. That's funny. That is very funny, right? So they're creating. They created this website that at some point will not exist. At some point it will not exist. And like I've mentioned in the past, I am in progress of getting my trademark re-registered. I had a registered trademark initially for 6 years. And then because of a clerical error, you need to update the United States Patent and Trademark Office at the 6-year mark with any changes. And I missed all the emails, and my trademark was canceled, so I reapplied. And I was in a pending status for 3 years because there was another trademark that was supposedly similar in nature, and I didn't really understand what the difference was. And then I hired an attorney, and even they weren't able to get it to go through. But after they abandoned my application towards in the beginning of December, I ended up reapplying, and I made all the necessary changes, and I've had a trademark pending since then, and that trademark will more than likely be approved by the end of the year. Now, here's the thing. Let's just go ahead and throw everything out there, because the woman that's suing me is going to say, well, I'm going to fight that registered trademark, right? First of all, to fight that registered trademark, there's a pretty hefty fee you have to pay to fight it, right? And second of all, you have to have concrete proof that you've owned this business longer than I have. And you don't have that. I've got the FEIN for over 10 years and the seller's permit. Now, you're going to say your business license that you got, even though you're in Florida and I'm in Redwood City, your business license that you got in Redwood City, you got it under fraudulent pretenses, because before you apply for a business license, you have to search around to see if anyone else is using that name. And if you find out that someone is using that name, you're not allowed to intentionally duplicate it. Well, you knew that. You already knew you were duplicating my business, and that's going to be part of my case, right? On top of the fact that you were impersonating my channel, right? And I heard you also lost your appeal with YouTube, right? And I also, it's public information, so I'll state it. I also know you're subpoenaing YouTube's attorneys in Sacramento to try to send you the information of the flag, the private flag that I sent to YouTube. Here's the thing. You were flagged for impersonation. You were impersonating the channel. So what are you going to try to get out of YouTube? Or are you just trying to make content out of this? Because, I mean, honestly, there was no trademark infringement filed, right? Now, the only thing I could have done with my trademark pending, okay, is basically state that I have a trademark pending, or I could even state this is my trademark. I don't have to have a registered trademark to state that I have a trademark. All you have to do is have a trademark in commerce. Look at the laws on the internet. Read the laws. You have common law trademark rights, but a federal registered trademark gives you the ultimate protection clear across the country. And by the end of this year, I will have that. And anything left over regarding this fraudulently created company, I'm going to go to every site, and at that point, I'm going to be filing other lawsuits. Okay? That's what's going to happen. All I'm stating is, this is exactly what's going to happen, right? So, Coach Jay, if I have to subpoena you, you will have to do the same thing that your partner is doing. You will have to spend at least $1,000 on round-trip airfare, and then a couple $100 a night for a room. It's about $1,200. Maybe car rental, another $100, $1,300, right? And food. This trip's going to cost you about $1,500 to come out here to answer my questions under penalty of perjury regarding, were you the one that made the plaintiff aware of how to steal my business? Because that's exactly what happened. Or attempt to steal my business, right? And again, you did this to me 2.5 years ago with a grip on life. And I have your voice on your videos clearly stating that you're playing a joke on me. Doesn't look good for you, dude. But here's the thing. I'm going to still try to give you a free pass as long as you don't let your ego get the best of you. Because I will tell you, I'm going to give you till Friday to remove yourself completely from the picture. That includes the website. And come Friday, if you don't completely remove yourself from all of this, then you will be subpoenaed. And if you're out on the road driving or whatever you're doing and I can't serve you over the next 5 weeks, I will extend the date of the case and I will serve you. And then you'll have to come out here on your own dime and answer my questions under penalty of perjury. Which, you know, if you're truthful, not only the case, there's no case in the first place, but in addition, you're going to be implicating yourself in business identity fraud. All this over a prank, all this because you don't like me, all this because you think I'm a fake life coach, all this because you think I'm hurting people. You're hurting people more than I ever have, sir. And the sad thing is, you're more so hurting deep inside, and I feel for you regarding that. I do have some empathy. Even for you, sir, I have some empathy. Right? It's funny to me how now you're trying to play this professional guy on Rumble with your business partner and trying to make it sound professional, so that way you think that presenting that to the court is going to show professionalism. Dude, I've got a mountain of video, audio, and picture and written evidence. I've got everything. It doesn't matter how good you guys run it now. The bottom line is, what's done is done. What's done is done. Be right back. All right, we're back live. Now, just to remind you folks, this is a members only live chat. The stream is publicly viewable. The chat is only viewable. The chat is only accessible to chat in for moderators. And if you're not a moderator, you need to have a channel membership. And if you're a moderator and you have a channel membership, God bless you. Thank you. Appreciate you even more. Appreciate you all, but an extra special appreciation for the channel members. Especially ones that are mods that could get this for free under the members only live chat status. Yeah, and 20 in the box. Interesting. Well, that's not a whole lot of people. I should have a lot more here, and I would have a lot more. She's rebroadcasting me, and, you know, basically, here's the thing. The subpoena for Coach J is only the tip of the iceberg. I'm not going to mention what else is coming after that, because I want to keep some things in suspense and surprise. I want people to think about this one, right? Because here's the thing. I've learned a thing or two in life on how to play poker. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right? Know when to walk away, know when to run, right? You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. And right now, the dealing's about to end. So I've been sitting back and watching everybody else show their cards. Right? And I've been doing my own thing. And I haven't really paid too much attention to Coach J and these people regarding the lawsuit, right? But they started to make some noise again because I guess they were losing traction. And now, you know, it's come to the point of where we're 5 weeks out. And it's funny how these people are scrambling to try to make an illegitimate business they tried to steal from me. They're trying to make their business identity fraud appear legitimate. Either that, or they're just going to go all out for the next 4 or 5 weeks and then bury this whole thing, right? For your sake, Coach J, I really hope you walk away and bury this whole thing. Because if not, like I said, I'll subpoena you. And if you don't show up, you'll be held in contempt. Or at the very least, it will affect the case of the other side. Be right back. Give me a second. All right, we are back live. We are back live. I got to wear my shades today, actually, right? All I'm going to do is say this. Because you're allowed to negotiate in small claims court. And my whole thing is this. It would be best for these two parties, I'm not mentioning their names fully at least, Coach J, that's, the other person knows who she is, the plaintiff, right? It would be in the best interest of both parties to resolve this by Friday. I'm saying that respectfully, professionally, and maturely. Because after Friday, we're looking at about just over 1 month out, right? Maybe 30 days out or so. Right? Come Friday, we'll file a subpoena. And I've got some other things that I got to take care of too. Let's just put it that way. And after that point, it's going to be too late to resolve things before the court date because it'll just be too late. Now, Coach J, here's the thing. There's no competition here. I've never tried to compete with you. I've never tried to prove that I'm any better than you. I've never really wanted to have anything to do with you. Now, initially, when I thought you were a decent guy, I give everyone a chance. But once I realized, the kind of person you really are, I wanted to withdraw myself peacefully and quietly. But see, Coach J, your ego does not allow you to walk away peacefully and quietly. That's the problem. Right? And your ego, like you've probably stated before in many videos in the past, that, again, are not publicly available because your channel's hidden, right? Your ego's gotten you in trouble in the past where you've reacted and overreacted and you've paid for it in many ways, right? And when you were sharing those stories, you were also saying, you've cleaned up your act and now it's like you don't want to go down that route anymore. You just want to have a peaceful life. Well, you want to have a peaceful life. First of all, it's pathetic enough to troll at your age, sir, in your mid-40s, to troll a 50-year-old man and his girlfriend, and even trolling me before that for years. That's pathetic enough. But to go as far and to break the law, sir, and attempt not only once but twice to steal my business name, to create business identity fraud, not once but twice, right? But this time around, instead of you doing it, you do it through a third party, sir. Wow, man. I mean, that's just, wow. And here's the thing. You and your business partner, the both of you can sit there and do live streams about me all night, all week. You can trash talk myself and Don as much as you want, right? But what matters is what happens at court. That's all that matters. You know it, Coach Jay, and your business partner knows it. That's all that matters, is what happens in court, right? And you both know there's no leg to stand on. Anyone that doesn't understand how business rights work, okay? If you don't understand how business rights work, and you honestly think that by this person getting a business license in Redwood City under the same business name I've had for well over 10 years, like 13 years, you're out of your mind. These systems are not able to check against duplicate names. But when it comes time for tax purposes and stuff like that, the IRS will not issue duplicate tax IDs. And you cannot get any business account for your business without a federal employer identification number. I do have business accounts that I had to get with my federal employer identification number. That's the main reason why I got the FEIN. That's really the only reason why you need one, unless you're also if you're hiring people and you give them a 1099. You need an EIN, employer. They call it EIN, but it's FEIN because it's your federal employer identification number. It's your federal tax ID, right? Last lap. Give me a second here. All right, we're back live. We're back live. So again, everyone can talk all they want. What matters is the law. And like I said, here's the thing. If I was in the shoes of the other side, especially with them knowing, and if I knew, if I was on their side, knowing the amount of evidence the person has on the other side, I wouldn't even show up to court. Like I would dismiss the case. Now, I'm not telling them to do that. I can't tell them what to do. So don't sit there and quote me and say that, I'm trying to push you to dismiss the case. I'd rather you show up in court, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to my day in court with you, ma'am. And possibly my day in court with you too, sir. And we can resolve this issue respectfully, maturely, and professionally. In small claims court. And I can tell you this, I will show up nicely dressed, nicely trimmed beard with Just for Men, nicely fresh shaved. You'll see my bald head there because you can't wear hats in court. You want to come see my bald head and how beautiful it is? You'll see the bald bull in the court. I'll be wearing probably a nice dressy Calvin Klein, or even I have a nice dressy Under Armour shirt because I love Under Armour. Under Armour makes dressy stuff too. I will wear some nice slacks, and I will wear my I forgot what they're called. They're think they're Dockers or I can't remember. I have some really nice dressy shoes. And I have really nice quality dressy socks. I'm going to be looking good. I'll be showered. Deodorant on. I'll have some Dracar Noir on. I will have all my paperwork, everything. I really look forward to seeing maybe the both of you here in the Bay Area and settling our differences, right? You know, like they say, in our forum, the people's court, right? The people's court. Yeah, so, you know, everybody thought that this was going to run me off of YouTube. Everyone thought that this was going to, you know, end everything, right? I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm more than prepared. Are you prepared? Right? Give me a second. Be right back. Oh, hold on. All right. All right, we're back live. We are back live. I'm really trying to do the right thing here. I really don't want to move forward with a few things that I'll be moving forward on this coming Friday. One of them I've already mentioned. That will be subpoenaing you, Coach Eli, to testify in court and answer point blank. Did you push or persist that the plaintiff file a business license under my same business name in my city? We all know what the answer is to that, dude. We all know what the answer is, right? The question is, will you perjure yourself? Will you perjure yourself and risk being fined and or going to jail over a prank regarding a man on the internet that lives clear across the country from you that you don't like and you haven't liked for years? Right? These people don't understand how the court's going to see this. Like, I would be ashamed if I was the plaintiff in this case, right? And even if the other guy were to show up, right? Even to testify on her behalf. If I was in either one of their shoes, I would be ashamed to show up in court. Not only would I be ashamed, I'd be freaking out regarding all the laws I've broken over a YouTube prank. Seeking relevancy and views, right? This is the one time where I'm going to set precedents regarding this. So, in the future, any other people on YouTube that think about doing something similar to someone else as they did to me, you better think twice, because this is what will happen to you. What's going to happen right now, right? And anyone that I see going through that on YouTube, I will help them free of charge. I will help them and guide them through the process to protect themselves and in the end to prevail. Because they would have done nothing wrong in the first place, just like myself. Now, let me mention this to the audience of these people. I really don't care what you think about me, and neither does Dawn. Dawn doesn't care what you think about her or me, and I don't care about it either. We don't. But you people are even more pathetic and worse than the people doing this, right? The difference is you haven't broken any laws. You're not trying to steal my business identity theft, right? But you folks sit there and you conglomerate in Discord and you trash talk me, and you make it your life's purpose to trash talk me. And you focus so much energy on me like I'm some kind of celebrity, right? Now, the funny thing is, you guys say I'm not a celebrity, but not even celebrities get as much attention as I do from you guys. That's pretty sad, huh? Right? Like I mentioned the other day, you guys don't hate me, you're envious. Right? Then there's this one woman. I'll mention you, ma'am. I don't care. Your name is Lori. You're right about that. You're like, thank you, Lori. You keep on trash talking me regarding how I take care of my woman. I take care of Don better than any other man on the planet takes care of his woman. I treat Dawn like she's the most precious thing in the world, just like my mother. I treat her the same way. Dawn has the absolute best care. And first of all, you have no idea what Dawn has gone through and is going through that's not related to me. And you have no idea how much more support I'm giving her compared to other people that should be giving her more support. Every single day, I love that woman. I love you, babe. I get up, and before I even do anything for myself, I take care of all her stuff because she's got an ankle injury. And she's supposed to be taking it easy for a while. And you, Lori, and other people, I mention you, Lori, because I don't know. For some reason, I think you're secretly infatuated with me. Yeah, you can go gag all you want, right? But there's not a person on the planet that would continuously try to knock someone down for no reason if they weren't infatuated or envious of them, right? You spend more time trying to trash my life than work on yours. That's what all these people do. They spend more time trashing other people's lives than working on their lives, becoming the best version of themselves they can be, and then finding someone that they can have a life with, right? But instead of doing that, they make myself and Dawn their life, right? And man, we are grateful that you love us at that level. And we're grateful that you're so envious of us in that way. But it's a little too much. And it's unnecessary, right? You see, Lori, if you paid attention to this whole thing here, I'm talking about it today because I fucking feel like it. If you paid attention to this whole thing, I've had a wellness check done by the plaintiff in this case that I'm going to court on in 5 weeks. Wellness check was done on my girlfriend Dawn. All of all because of a live stream where we had a small disagreement and it wasn't anything bad. We even showed the cops that, and they laughed. They said the ridiculous things that people do on YouTube, right? Well, they're wasting your resources. And I told the cops, I know you have to come in and check things out. I welcomed them in right away. Come on in, ladies. And they sent 2 ladies. It was great. Redwood City Police. I shared the story back then. I don't have to do it again now, right? I've had a wellness check in my house. And yes, it is partially my house, along with my mother's and Dawn's now too. She's a part of our family. And we all equally contribute. And if you think otherwise, go sit and spin. So once again, I welcomed Redwood City Police in my house. And they found nothing. Dawn has seen a ton of doctors. And do you think if there was abuse going on that they wouldn't see it? Dawn's doctors love me because I take her to her appointments and I'm very knowledgeable. Sometimes when Dawn is stressed out and can't remember everything, I step in and I share the information with the doctors, and it's helpful to her getting better, right? And if you want to criticize her past drinking and smoking and stuff, how many of you folks drink and smoke? Seriously, you probably drink too, Lori. All of you fucking drink. And all of you probably drink more than Dawn ever has. Yet you want to be critical about other people that you're worse than yourself or yourselves. Throughout the rest of 2024, let's go. Robert Reese, I know you're watching this. I know you'll hear this. I got your email. Robert Reese, and even the woman suing me is making fun of you because you put out a video. Robert, regarding a man wearing tight jeans, and you zoomed in on his ass. I hate to say it, man. That was a cringy video. That's the one and only time I'll agree with that person. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That was cringe, man. that was... Oh, Hazy Prod's laughing. Did you see that? Prod, did you see that Reese video? You can't make this shit up. I'm serious. You can't, man. And no, I'm not pissed off the Niners won. I was a little bummed. I mentioned it on the members only live stream last night. But yeah, the Niners lost because there are new overtime rules in football where if the first team scores, the other team has one possession to tie or win the game. And AZ Prod was saying yesterday, just like in baseball, they have the pitching delay of game clock, just like they do in football, right? AZ Prod, the delay of game for pitchers. I mean, they should have won. No, I know. The Niners played. This was probably the Super Bowl was probably the best game they played in the playoffs, but they still didn't play that well. They played better in the Super Bowl than the 2 other games that they won. Anyway, better luck next year, right? So I don't think they're going to be turning on the lights anymore. I think they're going to start to tear this down now. 49er house with the lights. Like I was saying, it's just really, really sad and pathetic, right? You know, let me put it to you this way. I mentioned that chick Lori because she's got the biggest envy for me out of most of those people. And then you also, Jose Amigo, Joe Buddy, right? Remember, I know your full name, right? Remember, I was the first one to figure out your real name because you've been harassing me for years. You're still around, dude. Are you still that bored at home, bro? To the point of where you'd rather come out and watch people rebroadcast me and trash talk me over spending time with your wife and your kid? Travis Tritt, I believe, had a song called "I'm Going Back to a Better Class of Losers," right? I don't mean to be mean, but this is like the absolute worst class of losers I've ever seen. And you can all change that, right? You can all change that easily, right? You know, there was even, I'm not going to mention their name. It's the Moneybags person. Somebody sent me a screenshot from behind the scenes in a Discord posting. And they were making fun of me, calling me a fake 49er fan and all this and that. And the Niners lost and whatever. Dude, seriously, man. Go do something better with your money. Go donate money to a good cause and help other people. The fact that you got such a big boner for me. I mean, wow. I mean, I guess you're envious too. I don't know. I mean, you say you have all the money in the world, right? You say you have way more money than me. I'm not trying to compare pocketbooks. I don't care. I have enough for what I need, and that's all that matters to me. But I don't know, maybe it's like these people need constant validation or something. They need to feel like they're worthy. And it's like, for me, I know my worth. I don't have to go around seeking validation, and I don't have to go around pretending to be something that I'm not just to get attention. Because I'm that lonely and miserable. I'm not. You want to know when people want to be around you the most? It's when you give people time, and space, when you give people space, right? Like an insecure teenage girl, right? You're right. I was going to mention Robert Reese in a second. We can do that show soon. I'll get back to you in a second, Robert. Hang on, I'll mention that in a second. I think I was getting into it, and I kind of sidetracked, right? And by the way, get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air very, very soon. Excuse me a second. I forgot what I was going to say now. But Robert Reese, I'll get back to you later this week. Maybe. I have a busy week of appointments with Dawn, and I think Friday is going to be the earliest day I'm free. But I'm going to have to get back to you. I'll let you know by Thursday evening if I can do Friday. I know you need the night. I know you're like me. You just need like the night before, like, 15 to 24 hour notice, right? And you can typically make something happen, right? Not trying to avoid you, Robert. I gotta take care of my lady first. She's more important than any of this crap. And this is not crap. I love doing this. But my woman comes first. My family comes first. Before I go off the air, I'm serious, Coach J. Do the right thing. You will be subpoenaed if you don't. I mean, I'm not trying to make any threats. This is my negotiation with you, right? Right? I could just go and subpoena you right now and not even tell you. But I'm trying to spare you the headache of having to come out here to the Bay Area on your own dime with airfare, or if you drive a car, it's still going to cost you a lot in gas. It'll take you longer, and you're going to be driving through treacherous snow across the country. So you probably fly, right? A hotel room and renting a car and food and all that, $1,500. Is it worth your time? Or will you do the right thing right now? Withdraw. Stop using my business name. Remove everything regarding my business name. Okay? This is just for you. This is independent of your other partner. That whatever she does, it's on her own. This is between you and I. Because you're not involved in this case, but I will involve you in this case if need be. If you do the right thing, I won't have to get you involved because you'll take care of, will I end up taking care of in court if you don't do it now, because that's what we'll tell the judge, right? Do the right thing. To everyone else, look, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to make a mockery out of the court system so I can have content to create on YouTube. Like, you folks that are even following these people doing this should be ashamed of yourselves that you're supporting people that misuse government resources to play pranks on other people on YouTube. And even if you don't like me, do you think misuse of government resources is right? That's all I got to say. That being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.